Hello, parents of our Bayview Christian School. We wanted to give you an update on the school and how we are operating after the vote. So we, on the other night, Tuesday night, I believe it was, we met with several families in our school through a Zoom conference call, video call, and I explained to the parents, you parents, what was going on with the school, and we gave you a few options. One option was to just stop the school, stop giving the work, let you guys continue with the videos. There would be no tuition cost, and for the rest of the year, and we'd end everything. That would put me in a bad spot because then everything would be back on me, or be on me. I wouldn't be able to have secretaries here in the church or the school, and so that would be a difficult position. And so I appreciate you parents not voting. I mean, there were some that voted that way, but that's not the way the majority voted. The majority voted for options 2 and 3, about a tie. And so we've made a decision on what we feel like would be best for the students between the two. And that's going to be this. And we are going to continue giving work. And that would be 3 days a week is what we're going to do. Now that's 3 days a week. We're going to give work. The work will be somewhat reduced. I got feedback from some parents that the workload for those 3 days was quite a bit, especially for those that are working all day. And we realize that. I know especially it's harder probably in the elementary. And so what we're going to do is we're going to give 3 days of work. It would be less type of seat work, and you will not have to send so much to the teachers because that was overwhelming for our teachers. So we're trying to accommodate parents, and we're also trying to give the students a good quality education regardless of the virus. And so you'll have access to the Abeka video. You will have to come in on Monday or Tuesday. Somebody will be here all day, Mondays and Tuesdays. We'll put a note out letting you know the actual date, the times and all that, but be able to come in and pick up the rest of the books. You'll be able to come in and pick up the assignments, and we will continue to give you 3 days worth of work. Now the difference is, some different things that we're doing is it won't be so much stuff that you have to turn in. You're actually going to get, as parents, the quizzes and the test. You will take those quizzes and tests and give them to the students. You won't have a answer key because what you'll have to do is that's what you'll need to send back to the teachers. Now, once the teachers get the test and quizzes, if a child does very poor on the quizzes or tests, then the teacher will personally call you and set up a time where they can go over that with the child. So we're still educating the kids the best way that we possibly can. The plan will be that when May 18th comes around, we'll be back in school. And one of the reasons why we decided to give the work opposed to not have any work till May 18th, there's 2 reasons for that. One is I feared that the kids that going 6 weeks without anything to do, that what would happen if we didn't come back on May 18th? Then they would be so far behind, a lot further behind, whereas we could just keep giving them some 3 days worth of work to do, and you not have so much on you by having to turn all that seat work in and things like that, but just the quizzes and the tests. Let me just make sure, I want to go over any of these, more of my notes here to make sure I'm answering everything. On May 18th, when we come back to school, they'll need to bring all that work that they've worked on and turn that into the teacher so that we can look over that and review that to make sure they done the work and not just took the test or watched the video or took the test, but that they did a little bit of seat work as well, or some of that the review checkups and things like that. Now realize this, that we're going to take some of the quizzes and the tests that are especially like in history and science and make them open book, and the teacher will give you instructions about how they can take an open book quiz or test. They'll tell you that they probably need to write the page number where they found the answer on it, so they just don't look that up on Quizlet or something like that and find the answers. You didn't think I knew about Quizlet, did you? But look up Quizlet, find the answers, and then they'll have to actually write the page number down for the books. We are going to be, some classes, we're cutting back on the amount of work that's due in science in history. We're going to try to focus mostly on our main essential classes, which is English and math. We will, I think Brother Finkart is going to be contacting the 9th through 12th graders for actual classroom time, some classroom time. And in fact, I've told all of our teachers in the elementary that they should plan some time to have some kind of classroom time with them, with the students. That way they still can see the kids. That way the children, the students can see their friends. And the elementary teachers may teach them Bible or read a story to them or something like that. And I appreciate it if you'd let them do that, have that opportunity to teach them the Bible or teach them a Bible lesson or read them a Bible story or some kind of story like that, just so they can get to see the class and just talk to each other through Zoom. We're going to try to get the teachers to set up those Zoom accounts and everything else. Let me just check. I think I have gone about over everything that we wanted to cover. I'm sure there'll be questions. If you have any questions, you can just feel free to call the office. We'll be here. We're going to work with our seniors to make sure that they can get done on time. And one thing that we are doing with this option, I don't think I mentioned, is in doing it in 3 days and giving the work, we actually won't have to go through so much of June to be in school. I believe we can get out on June the 5th. So we're really just going 1 week extra. Is what we would be what we'd be experiencing going that, just giving the work of 3 extra days. So it won't be as long or short of a summer. It'll still be a good sized break, and it'll keep the students working on some things. Now, if you can't do that, or maybe you voted to just end because of finances, I appreciate you calling me and talking to me about that. And as I had a parent call me already, said they're out of work. And I understand it. Times are tough. And as always, we've always tried working with our parents to provide a good quality education for our students, so for your children. So just please call us and work with us. And we'll work with you as we navigate through some uncharted waters, not knowing what direction we're going from one day to the next. But God knows and understands all those things. So thank you for your time. I appreciate you, and thank God for you. And so if you have questions, just please give us a call. God bless you. Thank you.